Today, we're about to give you 5 tips to help you decide whether or not to buy a car with a salvage title. Welcome to Frankenstein Brothers. Now, what I've got from most of our viewers is some of us want to know whether or not they should buy a salvage car with a salvage title. And today, we're going to go into that a little bit.
And I know what you're thinking. What happens if the car is a lemon? The resale value is going to be trashed. What if it doesn't run right? What happens if I got like a salvage title? Oh my God, they're going to make fun of me or something like that. I understand how you feel. The challenge is we're going to give you some reasons that may be worth considering, yes or no.
The choice is yours. Tip number 1, you have to know where you're starting out. Is your vehicle already assembled, or is it in a little less condition?
1 minute down!
This right here is a 2014 Malibu, and as you can see, it's seen better days. But if your vehicle drives, you need to test drive it. If you're not a mechanic, take it to one. Number 1, what kind of condition is the vehicle in? Does it drive? Now, this particular vehicle definitely will drive. However, if you see right here, it looks like Jaws bit it in the ass.
Tip number 2, you got to have an idea how much this stuff is going to cost you. Can you afford to fix the problems? So what does that exactly mean? So I'm looking at something like this. You got damage on the rear quarter. Yes, it sucks, but most of this is just cosmetic stuff that someone could bump out, add a patch of metal, fill it in with some Bondo and smooth it over. You can't let your eyes fool you, because if you look at this and say, I can't do it, that'll be the reason why you won't do it. For example,
look at this section right here. A body man has got to cut this right here all the way out, all the way around here and all the way down. You're gonna take this whole section out of there, have to go call up a salvage yard, order a new replacement for that exact piece, and then weld it all into place. That's not gonna be cheap. Can you afford that? If you can't, this is not the car for you.
I'm honest with you, I've bought cars in this position and haven't freaked out. I had to learn over time. This is just panels. It's just fiberglass. It's just stuff that they can get swapped out. There's parts on the vehicle that will be impacted if you see damage, like the frame. That type of stuff is going to be a significant issue for the drivability and safety of the car. But this right here, like Cedric just said, you can cut that out, slap a new one on, and call that a game, folks.
Now, the question you have to ask yourself is this: are you buying this car for resale value, or are you buying it to keep it? If you're buying it to keep it and you're going to restore it yourself, then you have to consider how much it's going to cost you to repair it. If you're buying to resell, then you have to think of the math a whole lot different. How much room do I have before I hit retail value of this vehicle? I got to make sure that I sell it and still have enough profit in there for me to make a living off of it. That's 2 things to think about. Consider it.
To the point you just heard. So if I have a vehicle that's probably worth about $13,000, and the insurance company says that this vehicle has $4,000 worth of damage, you do the math, I have a $9,000 opportunity now. So what that means is I need to make sure that the repairs on this vehicle don't put me back over what the insurance company says it's worth. Because at the end of the game, when it's time to get rid of this car, whether that be through an accident or I sell it, I need to make sure that I can make some money. So now you have to solve the math problem. What is it actually worth? How much are you going to put into it? And based on how long you're going to drive it, can you get your money back out of it? That's a problem only you can answer.
Tip number 4, it lines up with tip number 3 as well. Look at these wheels, they're damaged. Look at that fender, it's gone. Look at the bumper, it's blasted. All these things have to be repaired. Can you afford the repairs? You have to consider that before you make a purchase of this vehicle.
Tell them where to go for the repairs, Sid.
Come see me. But other than that, you can go to hell. No, I'm joking. Seriously, you have to make sure when you go to a mechanic or anybody else, they have the best ability to do the job you need them to do.
On the other side of this thing too, if you intend to buy parts yourself, you got to make sure you know where these are going to come from. In my line, I would make sure that I have relationships with people at salvage yards and those types of places, because chances are there's a billion cars out there and the parts you need are available. And on another video, we're going to get into some details on how you can learn how to scalp eBay for car parts. That's one of the things I'd recommend that'll help you save a pretty penny on what it's going to cost you to play ball. So if you've gotten this far in this whole game, at this point, you're probably wondering, can I resell this vehicle? So here is the tip. Keep excellent and immaculate service records. Why do you want to do that? Because when you pull out that orange sheet of paper telling somebody that this vehicle is not as it was when it came right off that assembly line, you can show them, yes, the alternator's been changed. Yes, I got new wheels and tires. Yes, I had this done, that done, and this done. And they can be confident that the same safe vehicle that you owned is the same one that you're selling.
Not to mention, make sure you take a second, pull out your little iPhone, Droid or whatever, videotape it. Show all the information that you need to show somebody. Let them know that they can buy from you and they can buy with a surety that the vehicle's been put together properly. That's important nowadays. People want to know that they're safe when they drive this vehicle. And that's all up to you. Do your work.
Yeah.
Bonus round.
So, when we hit 500 subscribers, we're gonna give away a cash app of $100. How do you participate? Watch the video and I will tell you when, and leave a comment. I'm literally gonna scroll down and find a comment.
You know what we should do? How about we put all the names like in a little bucket, spin it around, and do a Vanna White style. Just pull somebody's name out, call them on their phone, cash app them the money right there. We can do it live.
I say we do this live. I sincerely appreciate you all watching this video. Thank you so much for the time. Check us out. Please leave a comment. Let us know what you liked. And if you have questions, you can reach us at thefrankensteinbrothers@gmail.com. Until next time, it has been this time.